After being completely fed up, the manager asked me to do management work, and I told her no.
Lay it out.
Let's check out the scoop.
Lay it out, girl. Lay it out.
Let's get the juice.
What's tea?
Welcome back to another video, y'all. What is good? I am so excited to be reading another letter to y'all, and I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart that y'all even trust me to even be writing these in. I greatly appreciate it. So let's lay it out, okay? How y'all like the new theme song? How y'all like the new opening, the credits? How y'all like that? But yes, let's dive into this. Let's lay it out. Let's unpack it. And if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go ahead and dive in. Am I the a-hole for not helping the new assistant property manager after being passed on for the position? Here's the backstory. I've been with the company for a few years now, and about 4 months ago, the two managers pulled me aside and asked me if I would like to be considered for the promotion of assistant property manager. They immediately started to train me and prepare me for the position. After being trained for a few weeks, I learned that they had to start interviewing other candidates as well to see if I was the best fit for the role. I didn't mind because I didn't really have management experience, so I understood that there may have been someone more qualified than me. And sure enough, they found someone with management experience who seemed a little bit more better of a fit. Again, I didn't mind because it made sense until I was still asked to complete some of the management tasks which were outside of my job description. They started to expect me to complete some of the management duties and expected me to even help train the new assistant property manager. At first, I was okay with helping a little bit because the manager was new to the property and would need to get accustomed to the property's rules. But then the request to do management duties continued and got bigger. After a while, I started to tell the new manager no because when asked to do management work, especially after seeing the new manager chill and talk on the phone while I do the work. After being completely fed up, the manager asked me to do management work, and I told her no because I am not a manager. She told me that that was not a good way to look at it and that me doing management work will make me look good when I am up for the promotion. I don't think she was aware that I was running for the same position that she took. But it kind of felt like a slap in the face. So I told her, I am only doing the job that I am being paid for. I could tell that she felt some kind of way about me saying that, and she tried to convince me to change the way I feel about it. To me, it feels like they want me to do management work without management pay. And to this day, it seems like it still bothers her that I refuse to help her out with these duties. Am I the a-hole? You're not. Absolutely not. And I'm going to say this. It's messed up because people, like companies, I've noticed that they really prey on people who show up and are willing to show up and show out for their job, willing to complete the task, willing to be a team player, and it's messed up. One, because like you're not even being paid for this. And sometimes it's not always about being paid for what you do, but at the same time, it is because you are putting your time and energy into that. Whereas in this situation, she is getting paid for all the stuff that you were doing for her while she's chilling and talking on the phone. And it's crazy because what you did here is something that I talk about in my project, The Aura Code, where we talk about standing up for yourself and really speaking up for that light energy. And here you started off radiating in light energy where you were willing to help her out, willing to see the other side of things, willing to be open to being put on the back burner for this position because you understood there are people who had the experience that you didn't have. And I think that was great of you. However, you even stepping up and saying no when you realized you were being taken advantage of, that is where the light and dark energy mix. This is what I talk about. So I love that you did that. So yeah, I've actually been in a similar experience here with this where I took on a job and I quickly got promoted to be a manager. But I noticed the shift with them when I discovered that my pay rate was still the same when I was a crew member as far as when I got bumped up to manager. And so when I noticed it, I thought it was a little mistake or something. So I said something to them and they were like, oh, I didn't realize you didn't say anything. And it's like, okay, well, I noticed and I'm saying something now. And with that being said, they bumped it up. But when I say that they got to tripping, like they had me doing things that none of the other managers were doing. On top of that, they were calling off and expecting me to pick up their shifts. So now it was like I went from working like 10, 12-hour shifts, which something I wasn't used to, but I would do something like that, like maybe twice a week or something like that. I'm doing that like 3 times a week, plus working like 5, 6 days when the managers are working like 4 days. And I was like, wait a minute. Now, I'm all about my coin, okay? I love money. I love to make my money, but there's a such thing as all money is not good money, and you need to prioritize you first. And when I noticed that they were taking advantage of me like that, I had to put my foot down. And when I say they got so upset, like, man, they were just in their feelings. So it is what it is, but I feel good at the end of the day knowing that I stood up for myself, because they would have kept taking advantage of me had I not, said anything. So kudos to you. I am proud of you that you said no. Another thing that I wanted to address was this new assistant property manager. She's real messed up too. And I say that too because it's the fact that she knows what she's doing, which is taking advantage of you, while she gets to do her own thing, and then try to manipulate you into thinking like, hey, well, if you do that, it will look good to them. Meanwhile, it's really helping her out. Because let's be real, I don't think she cares that if you were promoted to the position or not. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like she was just trying to manipulate you into continue doing her work, which is real messed up on her end. And like you said, she's still getting paid for that. Meanwhile, you are doing the work and she's chilling. She gets the credit. She gets the pat on the back. No one even knows you're doing it. It's not cool. It's not okay. And like I said, I'm happy that you stood up and you said something, because it's not fair. Flat out, it's not fair. Fam, y'all, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to call y'all, but what would you do in this situation? How would you address this? Would you address this? Like, how would you say, enough is enough? Would you say enough is enough, or would you just leave? And would you be willing to help train the new assistant property manager due to the fact that they were training you all that time and then replaced you with someone else? Like, would that make you feel away? Would you be understanding the way she was about it? Like, hey, she was more qualified. Like, how would you, see that through? Like I said, make sure you also pay attention to how they move now that you did speak up for yourself, because some people do get a little touchy about it. Then they start doing other little funny stuff. So make sure they're not trying to play you, not trying to, do other things. And if it's your time to dip, make sure you, set yourself up to find a different job and slide on up out of there, because you come first, your sanity comes first, and your self-respect comes first, So yes, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into another video, another letter. Like I said, drop down in the comments below what y'all would do, how y'all feel about this, if y'all would even help train, and like how would you move about this after the lady even said, hey, if you kept doing this, they will look at you for a promotion. Like, how would y'all move about that? So yes, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and share. We are trying to build the community here, build the family. This series is just going to go up and up, and I want y'all to be a part of the journey. So like I said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking and doing everything. And I love y'all so much. And I'll check y'all in the next video. Bye.